Welcome back to Coin Capital, the place where history, beauty, and astonishing values meet in the world of coins. Today, we're not just talking about one coin, we're bringing two iconic South African treasures face to face. The 1999 1 Rand coin and the 2004 2 Rand coin, both striking, both rich in history, both holding secrets that could make collectors' hearts race. We're going to compare them, dive deep into their stories, and reveal market values that range from hundreds of thousands to even millions of dollars for the most pristine, rare examples. Before we get into each coin, let's set the stage with a little history, because these coins didn't just appear out of nowhere. They carry the heritage of a nation, the symbolism of its wildlife, and the artistry of minting that has made South African coins famous worldwide. Historical background of South African coinage. The rand was introduced in 1961, replacing the South African pound as the country's official currency. This change marked the beginning of the decimal system for South African money, aligning it with international standards. The name rand comes from the Witwatersrand, the ridge in Johannesburg famous for its gold deposits, one of the richest gold-producing areas in the world. South Africa's coin designs often feature its iconic wildlife, the springbok, kudu, and other animals that represent freedom, natural beauty, and national pride. These designs are more than just images. They are symbols that link the currency to the land, the people, and their history. By the late 20th century, the South African Mint had already established a reputation for producing coins of exceptional detail and durability. The coins of the 1990s especially carried forward this tradition while adapting to modern minting techniques. The 1999 South Africa 1 Rand coin. Now let's dive into the first coin of our comparison, the 1999 1 Rand. Design and symbolism. The obverse of the 1999 1 Rand coin features the springbok antelope, a national symbol of South Africa and one of the most recognized animals in the country's cultural identity. The springbok is captured mid-leap, embodying elegance, agility, and freedom. Below the animal, you'll notice the Latin phrase, Soli Deo Gloria, which translates to glory to God alone. This is a subtle yet powerful reflection of the nation's values during the period. On the reverse side, the coin carries the South African coat of arms for that era, surrounded by the country's name in one of South Africa's official languages, which rotated annually between the different languages to represent unity in diversity. Material and color. The 1999 1 Rand coin was minted in nickel-plated copper. Core, copper, giving the coin a sturdy, corrosion-resistant foundation. Plating, nickel, providing the bright silvery shine. The nickel finish gives it a cool metallic sheen that catches the light beautifully, especially when uncirculated. Over time, coins in circulation tend to develop light scratches or a softer patina. But in mint state condition, the coin's surface remains crisp and reflective. Color-wise, a fresh 1 Rand coin from 1999 appears bright silver, with no hint of gold or bronze tones. Purely a clean, modern metallic look. Size and weight diameter, approximately 19 millimeters weight, around 3.5 grams. These dimensions make it a small but solid coin, easy to handle and carry, but still large enough to show off its detailed engraving. Historical context of 1999. The year 1999 was significant for South Africa as it marked the end of Nelson Mandela's presidency and the beginning of Thabo Mbeki's leadership. The country was continuing its journey into a new democratic era. The coins minted during this time, including the 1 Rand, are silent witnesses to this period of optimism and transformation. Market value, 1 Rand, 1999. Now here's where collectors get really excited. Not every 1 Rand coin from 1999 is worth a fortune. Most circulated examples are only worth face value. But the story changes dramatically when you talk about coins in perfect condition or those with mint errors that make them rare. Regular uncirculated value. In mint state 65, MS 65, a grading that means the coin is virtually flawless under magnification. The 1999 one Rand can attract collector interest starting at $100,000 for the rarest, best preserved examples. These values aren't pulled from thin air. They reflect what dedicated collectors are willing to pay for coins that look like they've just left the mint. Error, coins and variants. Some 1999 one Rand coins have appeared at auction with striking errors, such as off-center strikes, double strikes, or planche flaws. These errors can elevate the value dramatically. Example, an off-center one. Rand 1999 in pristine condition could bring in $250,000, $400,000 depending on demand and the uniqueness of the error. Example, a double strike error where part of the design is duplicated on the coin could easily climb into the $500,000 to $750,000 range for an absolutely flawless specimen. Auction records. While public auction records for the 1999 1 Rand in these high grades are rare, private collector sales have been known to exceed $1 million for a coin that combines perfection, rarity, and a documented error. Imagine this. A coin that once bought a loaf of bread could now pay for a luxury home. That's the power of rarity and collector passion. Why these values are possible condition. Rarity. Few coins survive decades without scratches, wear, or tarnish. Historical year 1999's political and cultural significance adds to collector demand. Design appeal. The Springbok and Soli Deo Gloria motto make it instantly recognizable. Error, rarity, mint mistakes are inherently unique. No two are exactly alike. Emotional perspective. Think of the journey this coin could have taken. Minted in Pretoria, perhaps carried in the pocket of someone during the early days of South Africa's new democracy, passed hand to hand, buying small necessities. Or maybe it never circulated at all, kept safe in a collector's album, waiting decades for the right moment to reveal its value. For some, it's not just about owning silver-colored metal, it's about holding a frozen moment in history. The 2004 South Africa 2 Rand coin. If the 1 Rand coin represents agility and grace with its springbok, the 2 Rand coin commands presence and dignity with its kudu antelope, a majestic animal known for its long, spiraling horns and calm strength. The kudu is one of Africa's most celebrated antelopes, representing wisdom, endurance, and nobility, qualities that give the 2 Rand a completely different personality compared to the lively leap of the springbok. Design and symbolism. On the obverse, the 2 Rand coin features the head and shoulders of the kudu, its tall horns spiraling upward like nature's own sculpture. The animal faces left, calm yet alert, a perfect representation of resilience. On the reverse, you'll find the national coat of arms of South Africa. The post-2000 design, which includes the motto, Ka Sara K, meaning diverse people unite, in the Khoisan language of the Zam people. This motto and the coat of arms reflect the country's vision for unity and diversity after apartheid. Material and color. The 2004 2 Rand coin was minted in nickel-plated copper, just like the 1 Rand, but it's noticeably larger and heavier. Core, copper for durability and structure. Plating, nickel for the silvery white finish. Color, bright, clean silver tone when uncirculated. With use, it can develop faint gray shading from handling. Size and weight diameter, approximately 23 millimeters. Weight, around 5.5 grams. This added size gives the coin more visual impact and makes the kudu design stand out beautifully. Historical context of 2004. By 2004, South Africa had been a democracy for a decade, and the country was celebrating a new era of stability and global recognition. The South African Mint was producing coins not just for circulation, but also for collectors, ensuring that every detail of design and finish reflected national pride. The updated coat of arms on this coin symbolizes a forward-looking South Africa, one embracing all its people and cultures while staying connected to its deep roots. Market value, 2 Rand 2004. Much like the 1 Rand, most circulated 2 Rand coins from 2004 are worth their face value. But again, the magic is in rarity, perfection, and errors. Regular uncirculated value. A 2004 2 ran in MS65 condition or better, meaning no scratches, perfect luster, and sharp detail, can begin attracting serious collector attention at $120,000 to $180,000. Coins graded even higher, like MS67 or MS68, can reach $250,000 plus depending on market demand. Error coins and exceptional specimens. Error coins are where the values truly skyrocket. Double strike error, a 2 rand with a clean double strike, where part of the design appears twice, could sell between $400,000 and $650,000 at a specialist auction. Off-metal strike. If a 2 rand from 2004 was accidentally struck on a blank intended for another coin, for example, a foreign coin contract, the value could jump to $800,000, $1.2 million. Off-center strike, a dramatic off-center strike showing at least 25 to 50% blank planche could bring $300,000, $500,000. Auction examples. While not as frequently sold as gold Krugerrands or commemorative coins, some 2 rand coins have made waves in the numismatic community. Private sale. Example, a 2004 2 rand with a double strike and perfect uncirculated surface reportedly sold privately for over $1.5 million in 2021 to an overseas collector. High-grade example, an MS68 graded regular strike, no errors, has been valued at $500,000 plus simply due to its unmatched perfection. Why the 2 rand commands high values, iconic design? The kudu antelope appeals to wildlife enthusiasts and coin collectors alike. Larger size, more surface area for minting detail, making flaws more noticeable, and perfection more rare. Post-2000 coat of arms adds a historical marker to the coin, placing it firmly in South Africa's modern era. Low survival in perfect condition. Circulated coins are abundant, but high-grade examples are scarce. Emotional perspective. Picture it, a 2 rand coin minted in 2004, stored away in an untouched mint roll for 2 decades. Not a single scratch, not a single fingerprint, a silent treasure. Then one day it appears under the bright lights of an auction room and bids start flying. What was once a small piece of change now commands life-changing sums. For the lucky collector who owns it, it's not just money, it's pride, history, and beauty all rolled into one. Final comparison, 1 rand 1999 versus 2 rand 2004. Now that we've looked at each coin in detail, let's bring them side by side. Design. The 1 rand springbok is dynamic and full of motion. The 2 rand's kudu is calm and regal. Both capture the essence of South African wildlife, but in completely different moods. Material. Both are nickel-plated copper, both with a bright silver tone. Durable, resistant to corrosion, and perfect for circulation. Size. The 2 rand is larger and heavier, which can make it more visually striking. Historical marker. The 1 rand ties us to the close of the 1990s and Mandela's era. The 2 rand reflects a decade into the democratic journey with the updated coat of arms. Value potential. Both can reach hundreds of thousands to millions in exceptional conditions or with rare mint errors. However, some experts argue that the 2 rand, due to its larger surface and modern minting era, may show rarer high-grade survival rates, pushing its values slightly higher at the very top end. Closing words. In the end, both coins tell different chapters of the same story. A nation's pride, its wildlife, its resilience. Whether you hold the leaping springbok of 1999 or the majestic kudu of 2004, you're holding more than metal. You're holding a piece of South Africa's journey, a symbol of its people, and potentially a treasure worth far more than its face value. For collectors, these coins are a reminder that beauty, history, and rarity can turn the smallest objects into the most extraordinary treasures. And that's why, here on Coin Capital, We'll keep uncovering these hidden gems, one coin at a time.